what happened after that terrible accident at Avenue?
Broke the Cambrian Railways. Nobody wants to be famous for a crash like that. The following year, in 1922, the Cambrian Railways was taken over by the Great Western Railway.
The Great Western Railway? But I thought the people of the Cambrian Railways hated the Great Western Railway.
Well, they did, but the railways were in a mess. It's how the railways were built. In Britain, there's so many different companies. Well, it wasn't just the Cambrian Railways in Wales, you know. There was the Midland Railway and the Barry Railway, and the Wrexham, Mold and Connaught Railway, and the Brecon and Merthyr Railway, and the Rumney Railway, and the Port Talbot Railway.
How do you know all that?
All those, just in Wales?
So they were all formed together to make just 4 companies in the whole of Britain, and the Cambrian Railways joined with the Great Western Railway.
But these were the great times of the steam engines, the castle class engines on the Cambrian Coastal Express, all the way from London Paddington to Aberystwyth. Great days.
I wish I could have been an engine driver.
That's what I thought.
Who are you?
I worked for the engine shed at Oxford. When I was 5, my dad gave me a toy engine. That was it. I just wanted to be an engine driver. I left school at 14 and became an office boy at first. But she couldn't start on the floor till she was 16, and I was offered an apprenticeship.
You can stay in the offices, lad. Think about it. I mean, do you want a dirty, filthy job where you might have to work on Christmas Day when you could be with your family? Or on a Sunday when you should be at church? Or in the middle of the night when everybody else is fast asleep? Well, think about it, lad.
Sir, I want to be an engine driver.
Oh. Then so you bloody shall.
And are you an engine driver?
Am I? I'm still only 16. But if I work very, very hard and am very, very lucky, then when I'm 30, I might get to be an engine driver. I work for the Great Western Railways, and they have rules and traditions.
So what do you do?
One of my jobs is to wait for firemen, drivers and cleaners if they're late, and sent out to knock on doors and windows. It was terrible at first, because I kept getting confused. Mr. Evans?
Evans doesn't live here. He lives next door.
Sorry, miss. But the next day, I made the same mistake. Mr. Evans?
I told you, Evans lives next door, and stop waking us up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Sorry, miss. But I got it wrong again. Mr. Evans?
I did warn you.
Chamber pot!
What is that smell? Have you wet yourself, lad?
It smelled like that for days.
Is that all you do? It's nothing to do with trains.
There are lots of important jobs on the railway. There seems to be nothing to do with trains. But if I didn't get the firemen and drivers up, the trains couldn't run, could they?
But is that all you do?
Oh no, I helped to clean the engines.
Make them look shiny and bright. That must be wonderful.
In the cold, wet rags, scraping away black grime. It's an awful job. But it's not just the outsides, it's the insides too. You have to crawl under the engine, get in all the tiny places, crawl in between the frames to clean the big ends, hardly able to move. It's no fun.
That's because you don't do it properly. I didn't when I first started. I like the fire of the engine.
That must be wonderful.
Wonderful. And the firebox and engine usually still hot. And all I get is 9 sticks, no more. Put a bit of coal down. Put the sticks on top. And put some oily rags soaked in paraffin in between the sticks. And I liked it.
Yeah, but you don't do that properly most of the time. And I have to come along with some more coal and get it going again. I'm the steam raiser. I've got a much more important job than him. The iron road is a hard road and the work is never ending.
chopper, through a rubber shovel, swing a spanner, bring a steam, raise a fire, drop a general, cook a pot, wash and burn in hand, keep it rolling.
But not as important as my job,
Oh no, Sue, of course not.
because I'm the fireman. And he may have lit the fire, and he's raised the steam. But it's up to me to make sure there's enough steam in the engine to make it go.
Is that all you do?
Oh, I'll say it isn't. I have to make sure that the engine has a complete set of lamps. No fewer than 12 detonators and 2 red flags. I have to make sure there's enough water in the boiler. Check the boiler pressure is steady. And the fuel gauge. And then I have to load up the fire with more coal. Check the sandboxes are checked and full, and the tube plates checked. When you've done your time in the local shed and had your share of trouble on the open plate, you're the driver's mate and you're married to a lousy shovel. It's check the water, check the tools and chuck the burning coal in. Give the gate a one, check the pipe now. Swing the shovel and a double, give a rock, watch the clock, steam, rising sweat, running back, aching bones, shaking fireman, keep it rolling. And then I have to write everything down. Everything has to be written down several times in the Great Western Railway.
Meanwhile, I'm oiling the engine. I? But who are you? Are you the oiler?
No, lad, he's the driver.
Oh, sorry, sir. When he's shoveled a million tons of coal, some 10 or 12 years later, and your only dream is of raising steam, then they hand you the driver's papers.
The iron road is a hard road and the work is never ending. Working night and day on the iron way with us. Other road riders, early risers, smoking turners, pile burners, 11 quid a week earners with the boys who keep it rolling.
Everything ready, Bill?
Ready, Jack?
Are you going to drive the train now, sir?
That's right, so you better get off the footplate.
Why are you driving it?
We're waiting for the signalman, lad.
That's me, son. I'm in this box all day moving the levers for the points and the signals. I'm in control. Without me, there'd be chaos, accidents and crashes everywhere. Don't say that word. We signalmen don't like to hear it. Oh, no, no. Everything runs smoothly when I... There we are. I change the points and move the signal.
And off we go.
Where are you going?
Aberystwyth, lad. But first we have to collect some coaches.
And I've got to couple them up. Dangerous job I've got. More shunters get killed on the railway than in any other job. You see, I've got to stand in between these 2 great vehicles on wheels. And all I've got is this pole.
I'm the guard. I have to check that the brakes are working all the way throughout the train, and then I write it down. Everything has to be written down, including the names of the driver and the fireman. Yep. Total tonnage, 255.
Right you are, and the signal is down, so the first stop is Oswestry Station.
All stations for Aberystwyth!
He looks even more important than the driver or the signalman.
He thinks he is. He's the station master. But he wouldn't be very important if we didn't bring the trains in now, would he?
And you wouldn't be very important if I didn't let you bring the trains in.
But he's got the best uniform.
That's because he doesn't get his hands dirty.
No, I get my hands dirty for him. I'm the porter. I have to unload all the goods. I have to be very careful with them and write everything down.
That's right, because I don't want any pilfering. There's too much pilfering on the railways.
I wouldn't do that, sir. I used to. When I worked in the goods depot, there was a rate of whiskey. Well, one bottle would be missed with it. And if anybody said anything, you say, must have happened on the way down here. And I used to work in the country station. And there were barrels of beer. Well, you could have one. Send it back if it's empty. Dead easy, as long as no one noticed.
Nobody does any pilfering on my station or they're out of a job. And I make sure nobody cheats either. This one time, there was these two men from the locomotive works. And they came by here every day. And every day I noticed, as they left the station, they let go a pigeon. Every day this happened for 2 weeks. And I thought, I want to know what's going on. So, I got my gun. Two season tickets. So later that day, where are your tickets?
Well,
No.
well, you see,
Travelling without a ticket, oh, there'll be heavy fine for that.
We do work.
Funny, you always seem to have season tickets, I believe. These, perhaps?
no, I've never seen those before.
No, me. That's our pigeon now. Oh, he's dead. Oh, no.
The other thing that I have to do is to check the clock on the side. Every day. Must be right by Greenwich Mean Time. 12 minutes past 6 and the signal's off.
Next stop, Lunkless.
Except during the war years, of course. 1939 to 45. Those were terrible times. You felt you could throw the timetable away.
Me and my family have been waiting on this station for 2 whole days. When are we going to get to the seaside?
If I were you, madam, I'd go home. Forget the seaside. Don't you know there's a war on?
What?
In an hour or two, madam, the German bombers coming in.
And station!
It was during the war that they built a new station, just out of Oswald Street, Tinkers Green. Oh, only it wasn't for Tinkers, it was for the soldiers from Parkall Camp. Oh, yeah. They acted like Tinkers when they were out in Oswald Street on a Saturday night. Oh, those fights.
I hope you didn't fight, Philip.
No, not me, sir.
The German prisoners of war were at Parkall too. But we treated them well. Better than they treated our men over there. Then, 1945, and we beat the Germans and the Japanese.
Well, trains are full now. It's peacetime.
Everyone's happy. But the trains are in severe need of repair. We couldn't do it during the war, but now the war's over, we're not allowed any steel for sleepers or any for rails or any new sleepers. How will we manage?
Well, the directors of the company will be out soon.
We voted in a Labour government.
We're going to nationalise the railways.
We'll soon own them soon, Jack. Everyone will. Not just a few rich businessmen.
Llanymynech, all change for Llanfachlin.
1947, though.
That was hard.
God, it was so foggy. Can you see the signal, Bill?
Signal? I can't see anything. Can't even see the track.
We'll keep looking. We'll be in Welshpool soon. It's there soon, I think.
Wait, I see a light coming closer. And closer.
Is it the signal?
Nah, it's my cigarette.
Welshpool!
Oh, they were bad fogs in 1947. And then the snow came.
Do you remember that signalman at Pontydieu?
Do I?
Evening, Sam.
Ooh, I'm frozen in here. I've not got any coal.
Here, give him a shovelful.
They said we weren't supposed to give the signalman any coal.
Well, never mind what they said. Look at him.
Oh, I can't pull me levers. I've done all I can. Me chair, me table, everything.
All right. Here.
Moat Lane Junction.
Oh, that was hard winter 1947. Things were hard for everyone.
The chairman sits in his tower of steel, around his feet the directors kneel. The managers cry, oh shift that steel, we're all one for the railway. I cleaned up more, I load more coal, down the line goes another load. Another day on earth is flown, we're all working for the railway. Great Western, we're all working for the Great Western. Tell me, brother, is it not our turn? We're all working for the railway. All through England and through Wales, the railway company never fails. The world with envy watches our rails. We're all working for the railway. The chairman sits in his tower of steel, around his feet the directors feel. They are hard to drive the wheel. We're all working for the railway. The Great Western, we're all working for the Great Western. Tell me, brother, is it not our turn? We're all working for the railway. The Great Western, we're all working for the Great Western. Tell me, brother, now it's our turn. We're all working for the railway. We're all working for the railways. We're all working for the railway.
It's our turn now, Jack. 1st of January 1948, and the Great Western Railway and all the other railways have become British Rail.
What do you think now, Bill? This is our train, this is.
Justice at last, Jack.
Speaking as a director of the Great Western Railway, we didn't mind. They gave us £900 million in compensation. That's the same as £22 billion today. Don't tell anyone, but that's double what the shares were worth. To be honest, we were glad to be rid of the railways. They lost more money than they ever made.
100.
Nice and easy now we're over to Lerwick, all the way to Avon.
Only I have to watch him. He's a devil for falling asleep. He leans on the regulator, fag in mouth, and if the fag's going, I know he's awake. But if it goes out, look at him, fast asleep, and driving a train through the night at 50 miles per hour. This is what I do. Ah! You!
Have a rest with. All trains for Carmarthen and South Wales.
Last train of the day. We're staying over.
One tiny room for me, Bill and Michael.
And no smoking. And no boots in the room. And no drinking. Breakfast, 6:30 prompt. And no swearing.
Oh.
What's that?
It's a hot water bottle. It's freezing.
No hot water bottles.
We do enjoy staying the night over at Christmas.
I'm going to sleep on the brake van floor. Save my penny so I can have a few beers. Oh, and it would be nice and toasty with that stove on.
All aboard from Huntcliffe, Newtown, Oswestry, Whitchurch.
We mustn't miss our breakfast.
Don't worry about that, Jack. There's a very good use
for this shovel.
Bacon and eggs. Tuck in, Jack.
Best bacon and eggs I've ever had.
Oh, I needed that. To Lervig. 1 in 52 for 3 miles. Terrible incline. No rest. Who built this?
Oh, come on, Smithy. Hey, it's payday today. Do you want to Chalky Williams last week?
Here, lad. Chalky forgot his pay packet. Take it round to his house for him.
Miss William? Hi? This is Mr. Williams' paper.
Oh, thank you, boy. £4? You wait till I get you home, Chalky, my boy. You told me you only earned £2.
Bread of heaven, bread of heaven, feed me now and... Hello, love!
Don't you hello love me! What's this? £4 in your waist pocket? You told me you only earned £2.
Ah, yes, love, but I have to pay the fireman out of this. You see, it's me, I have to pay the fireman first.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that, love, did you?
Oh, sorry, love, it's all right, love.
Oh, okay then.
Pay the fireman? I'd like to see that.
Oh, quick thinking though, wasn't it? Good old Chalky.
Newtown!
Now, 1955 though, that saw the Great British Railways Modernisation Plan. Of course, it didn't affect us very much on the Cambrian line.
Hey, Jack. This coal's not burning.
Oh, we'll do your best, Bill.
Bleeding Yorkshire coal. Welsh is the best.
The engines were old, coal was poor, track needed repairing.
Something must be done, and we'll do it.
Who's he?
Oh, that's Ernest Marple, who's the Minister for Transport in the Conservative government.
These lines are uneconomic.
He's on the board of several road firms, so he prefers the road to the railways.
In fact, 90% of all these lines are uneconomic.
And I will prove it scientifically.
Who is he?
Don't you read the newspapers?
Well, what are they?
That's Dr. Richard Beeching, who's the new head of British Railways. He's our boss.
We have carried out a comprehensive survey of the railway lines of Britain.
Oh yeah, he had a count of passengers done on a quiet Thursday afternoon in April.
And we have found that 90% of the lines are used by only 10% of the people. Therefore, we must prune them. Yes, we'll get rid of that one. That's useless. And that one. What's this? Llanymynech Act. I never heard of that one. I'm sure that doesn't carry any traffic. Or that one. Ah, this is looking much better now indeed.
Uneconomic. Closed from build or motorway.
You see? Now, the railway lines will be economic.
They can't close the railway. Oswestry's a railway town. It employs hundreds of people.
We'll build a bypass eventually. Lots of bypass. Lots of new roads.
Shall I clean it?
No, there's no point, lad. They're all going to scrap.
All of them?
All of them.
Yeah, but that's because we're carrying nice new shiny diesel engines. Diesels are much better. You won't even need a fireman.
What? I'll speak to my union about that. There. They say the fireman has to be in the cab at all times. Now there's a sticking point.
But what about closing the railways? Aren't they going to stop that?
Oh, we made an agreement not to say anything about the railways being closed.
Well, they'd never close the railway at Oswestry. I mean, people would protest.
January 1965. The last passenger train from Whitchurch through Oswestry to Welsh Pool. 1966 was the last passenger train from Oswestry to Gabowen. Just one freight a week from Blodwell Quarry till 1988.
Yes, son.
That was terrible. Closing all the railways, giving all those men the sack. Why did they do it?
They employed so many people. A guard, a ticket collector, a fireman, a driver, station master, porters, signalman. For a train with 5 passengers, that's why. Dr. Beechin said it was cutting off the useless branches.
Yeah, but the problem with cutting off the branches is fewer people use the main line.
Will they ever open the railway again?
Hard to say. The roads are all getting clogged up, fuel's so expensive. People like the railways again.
But Dad,
Yes.
if they close the railway,
Yes.
why are we waiting for the mystery excursion?
Because it might turn up. It might not. That's the mystery.
But I wanted to go to the seaside.
Don't worry, we'll get to the seaside. There'll be another train. There always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard another train.
I know it's hard. You can feel confused. We can drown ourselves with it all. We feel we cannot lose. We're building worlds that don't exist. Imagination plays the worst strings. There's another train, there always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard another train, there always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard another train, there always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard another train. The high road and the work is never ending. But I can hide a on the Isle Way with the boys who keep the engines rolling in. Sign on at the local shed, there's butchers to let cleaning. In your dungarees, bleeding super D's, you're a sweeper up, a brewer up, a shovel, singer, spanner, ringer, steam, raiser, fire, dropper, general, cook and bottle washer, dirty hat and keep it rolling. When you've done your time on the local shed, there's not your share of trouble. On the overplay, the older drivers stay behind your time to happy show. It's check the water, check the sugar, check the plumbing rolling. Give the page a fire, check it, check the pipe, Mary. Bring your show like a dough, give her up, watch the clock, sleep, rising, sweat, running back, take it, go, say goodbye, and the time keeps rolling. When you shove a million tons of coal on 10 years later, and your army dream is of racing sea, then and to you We